Do you think you're making email marketing mistakes? Let me go ahead and just let you know, we all make mistakes in email marketing, even big businesses, and I know because I work for one, but it's really important to be aware of what these mistakes are so then you can correct them, because everything is a learning process, right? So if you click this video, I hope you don't feel that I'm about to call you out, but more, I want to empower you with information so then you can make your best judgment on your emails going forward. Hey y'all, I'm Amber Calderon. I lead social media influencer marketing for 2 edtech brands. I've done it for over 4 years now, and prior to that I was a 3rd grade teacher and TPT seller, and I absolutely love all that I do, and I've really enjoyed my new entrepreneurship venture, which is Teacher Marketing Academy. For the past few months, I've had the joy of not only coaching, but bringing teachers into Teacher Marketing Academy, which is an 8-vault course teaching teachers all about the importance of content strategy, as well as some content marketing like email marketing and Pinterest marketing along the way. It has been so rewarding to have my hands in all of these different things because I feel like it's really evolved who I am as a marketer, being able to see different niches and support different businesses and entrepreneurs with their businesses, and I just get so much joy in that. So if this is the first video you're seeing from me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for trusting me. By listening to my strategies to support your business, it brings me so much joy. So please consider subscribing, joining the YouTube video fam, and like this video if you want to see more content like this. So again, I'm not trying to call you out with email marketing mistakes, but more I want to help share what they are. And I know you're like, Amber, you keep talking, tell me the mistake. So there's 8 of them. Make sure you stay until the very end, and let's get with mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 is not utilizing the preview text. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's okay. Go open your email from your Gmail or your mobile app, and you're gonna see the subject of the email, and then right after the subject of the email, you're going to see a string of text that enhances the subject line, and that's really the focus of what it should be. If the subject line is going to get people to click, consider the preview text the cherry on top that's really gonna push it forward so then they actually go in and read your email. Whenever you're trying to decide what the open rate is, it's more than likely, it's not the inside content of your email that determines if they open it, right? That is gonna be your click-through rate and all of that fun, guts of the email. But to get them to actually open is gonna be when you send it, the time of day, not only the actual day, the subject line, and the preview text. So you wanna make sure that the preview text enhances that subject line. So I encourage you, if whatever email marketing platform you use, do a quick Google Flowdesk, email preview text, ConvertKit, email preview text, and then it'll show up their help center to show you how to add that in. I will try to make it a point to leave those down below, so make sure you check the description. Hold me to it as well, so then I know to leave those in there too. The second mistake teacherpreneurs make is not speaking with conviction. I also think, hear me out, I feel like I come across this, we talk about this a lot in the corporate world as well, being a woman in a male-dominated space, right? Like ed tech, for the most part in the very beginning, was mostly male-dominated, and I feel like women, and if you're a male watching this, just hang on with me for just a second. Let me get on my soapbox. But I feel like women need to justify things that they say. Like, you have to not be as domineering, right? So, I just wanted to ask you this. This could be, this might be. And that makes you almost come across that you don't really believe in what you say. And I'm not saying you have to be super cocky and all this confidence, but you should speak with conviction, because that's what's going to get those teachers to actually click through and read those emails and take action on what you want, right? So instead of saying, you might need these items for classroom organization, how can you shift that mindset to saying something like, these items are perfect for, or this could be best for blank, or these are a lifesaver for blank. Okay, so speaking with conviction, like you really believe in what you're saying. When you really believe it, they're really gonna believe it. Hopefully you believe what you're saying. So my point with this is speak with conviction. Don't be afraid to be confident in what you created, because it's good, right? Like if you took the time to create it and it came from you and you poured your heart into it, like it's okay to say these are perfect for something, or this is amazing for this is a lifesaver. So you deserve to do that. So don't let your fear make you put words like just or could or might be. The third mistake I notice teacherpreneurs make is one that I see all the time, and to be honest, I see businesses do it all the time. And everybody's writing style is completely different. So let me go ahead and say that everybody may have different writing styles, and you may decide that what I'm about to tell you is a mistake. You're like, Amber, this definitely works for me. That's okay, but I do firmly believe that people write too much text in their emails. Now, I do believe that there's a place for long storytelling type of emails. They have their place. Do I think they need to storytell in every single email? No. And the reason why is I always firmly believe, whether I'm marketing to teachers or marketing to whatever business it is those consumers are, I understand and you understand that everybody is busy. And when everybody's busy, what do? They skim. So you want to make sure that you get the most impactful messaging straight off the bat super quickly. One of my favorite quotes, it's why say in 10 words what you could say in 5. And I think honestly, so on the edtech company I work for, Twitter is the main form of copywriting and content that we need, and we push out so much content there. It's where the biggest audience is, and I think everybody struggles to write Twitter copy because you have to take all of this and say it in 280 characters, and that is a task. To be able to take somebody's B2B messaging and say the exact same thing in less words is really hard. So why am I sharing this with you? Because I understand breaking the habit of writing long-winded and then trying to truncate it is really difficult. So what I always recommend, and I've had the joy of, I have 10 contractors that I manage, and then I've also worked with I feel like I'm a professional intern onboarder because I've onboarded 8 or something interns throughout my career at these ed tech companies. And so they are also super long-winded when they were starting out. I'm not saying that you're an intern, I'm just saying people who are learning things for the first time. So know that I value you, and I know, okay? Also, these interns are amazing, but I'm getting off subject. Okay, so my point with this is I always tell them, write the copy that you would normally write, and then take a pause, go do something else, come back and look at it, and then cut it in half. And you'll find that when you're really meticulous and just kind of getting down in there, you realize, wait, I don't need all of these words. And if you're speaking with conviction, which was my tip that I gave earlier that I noticed teachers aren't doing, you are more direct, you have a more active writing style, and it's just naturally going to be less words. So let's recap. Mistake number 1, not utilizing the preview text. Mistake number 2, not speaking with conviction. And mistake number 3, writing with too much text. That leads us to mistake number 4, and that is not writing like a human. Now, in the education space, we know, you know what words they are that just sound super cringy. When you say them out loud, they may make sense on paper, but you want to make sure that you're really talking to your audience. And sometimes when you use jargony words, too many buzzwords, the buzzword alphabet soup in one particular email, it doesn't appear natural, authentic. It doesn't feel like you're being relatable. And I understand what you're trying to do, but maybe cut some of those words out, okay? So you want to make sure that you also have a personal connection with people. Again, it depends on the type of business. There are some businesses where you want to be super direct, succinct, kind of to the point, and there's some, maybe you want to show your personality. Make sure you're writing like a human, because I promise you, teachers are going to read more of that type of content. Now, the next mistake is going to be kind of hard, especially for my teachers watching this that love, love, love Instagram and all of the images, and it's using too many images and too many heavy files. So let me give you the why for that, because I think it's super important for any type of marketing tactic. When you understand the why, you have more buy-in and are willing to make these kinds of changes. And the first reason is when your images are too heavy, so the file size is too big, it actually triggers into spam, the spam folder. And that's not what you want. You want to be able to be in that main folder, because then it's going to get seen by more eyeballs. And every inbox has something different. Moral of the story, I do know that when your file sizes are too big, it's gonna get triggered in spam. So how do you combat this? Well, the simple one is to just use less images. I know it's tough, I know it's hard, but instead of using 500 images, or not even 5, sometimes I see emails where they have 10 images and I'm like, and that's fine, but no, cut that up, And also, you know what that tells me? Let's just kind of take a step back for a second. When you use so many images in your email, what that kind of triggers to me, or signals to me, is that you may have too many call to actions in your email. And this is a tip for later. I'll table this, but just know we're about to revisit that in a second. It's the last mistake, so make sure you stay until the very end. But how can you combat having too many images? You can download the files as a JPEG, and then I also use a free website called TinyPNG, and it actually compresses the file. Keep in mind, if you compress the image too much, it will distort the image and it'll make it look fuzzy, but you can just drag and drop the images in there and then it'll still give you a crisp image but not fuzzy. And then it'll help with your file size, which will help with your email. So those are the first 5 mistakes that I noticed teacherpreneurs make when they're sending out their email list. And the next one is not hyperlinking your images. And I know you're probably thinking, what? This is kind of nuts, but this is something that I learned being in ed tech. Always, always, always hyperlink your images. And the reason why is because you're really surprised how many people actually click those images. So you want to make sure whatever your clear CTA is in that email, that all of those images also go there, especially when teachers are checking mobile. They may not click that CTA button, they may actually click that image, or even your header image and your logo should be hyperlinked. Just trust me on this, hyperlink your images. The second to last tip I noticed teacherpreneurs make is not tracking their clicks with UTMs. UTMs are, it stands for like Urchin Tracking Metric. Urchin is the person I believe that invented it, but marketers, we just call it UTM. And it is a chain of letters and, a formula that goes after your main link that tells you where the traffic was exactly coming from. Why is this important? This is so you actually know which emails are moving the needle for your business. And if you're also using UTMs for not only your social media account, your blog, but also your email, you're able to tell which channel is driving the most revenue to your TPT store so you can do more of that. The last mistake, I'm sure there are so many other mistakes because again, we all make mistakes, but the last one that I'm going to share for this video that I noticed TPT sellers make is that they're not creating clear CTAs in their emails. So everything you do should have a primary focus, because if you don't have a primary focus or a main goal, if you will, what's the point of doing it? Why are you spending what little time you have to work on your business when you're teaching and you're trying to be a mom or a good friend or just relax and have like a good mental balance if you don't know why you're sending something? So you want to make sure that whatever the goal is for that email, that doesn't mean it has to be a super salesy email. You can have non-salesy CTAs. Read this blog post, take this particular action, download this freebie, but the things that you do should funnel to this clear CTA. On the flip side, you can not have a clear CTA by not really making it as prominent. So CTA should have like a button with a clear call to action. Download now, get this, I'm in, sign me up. And if you don't know about CTAs, I'm gonna leave 50 free call to actions that you can use in your email writing. You can actually also use them on your blog content as well. So make sure that you click the link down below because I pre-thought out 50 CTAs for you, direct and fun. So that's gonna be listed for you. But on the flip side, you can, not have it very clear, but you can also have too many CTAs. And why is this a problem? My very old manager for the ed tech company, not that she's very old, she was my manager a long time ago, and I still text her and I love her so, so much. When I was trying to decide, Teacher Marketing Academy, what the pricing model was gonna be, I had all these different options and she was like, Amber, choice is the enemy of action. And that, let me just say it one more time. Choice is the enemy of action. That resonated with me on a whole other level because it's true. Have you ever opened, now it's let's relate it to the Cheesecake Factory menu. Have you ever opened up the menu at Cheesecake Factory and you see all of these different options that you're kind of I don't know what to get. And then maybe you close it and you kind of start talking to whoever you're with for a little bit and then go back and open it. Well, that works in a restaurant because you're still sitting there and you have to order and there's somebody nudging you. But if you have too many CTAs in your email, what does that teacher do? And I know what you're thinking. You might be thinking, I don't want to, claim to be Miss Cleo or anything, but you're probably thinking, well, I want to make sure that I have something that's relevant for everybody. And, I actually understand that logic to an extent, but then it goes back to you're writing too much text in your email, and then you might be using too many images. You might be overstimulating that teacher where then they can't make a choice. Or maybe they click everything and then they don't action anything. That's even worse. Because then you're getting this high click-through rate, but you're not getting any conversion. So moral of the story for the last one is, what is the primary goal of the email that you're sending? And at the same time, how can you eliminate so many CTAs to really focus on the destination you want that teacher to reach. Thank you so much for watching this email marketing video all about mistakes that teacherpreneurs make. Remember, I'm not trying to call you out. I'm trying to empower you with information so you can make your next email and your next email and the one after that even better. If you like this type of content, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this YouTube channel because I am coming back to the YouTube game. I have so many videos ready for y'all, but I want to make sure that it's the kind of content y'all want to see. So let me know, where are you in your email marketing journey? I would love to learn and just talk to you about your business. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.